Hey y'all, so let's pick back up where we left off yesterday. I want to talk about the word conformed because that is submissive, is ready to conform to the authority or will of others, meekly obedient and passive. So if this ungodly one stands submissive, ready to conform to the will or authority of others, in the path where sinners walk, in the sinner's way and in their journey, then who's making these rules? Who are we submitting ourselves to? Whose authority? Whose will? It's the world and the ungodly, those who have not made the Lord Jesus Christ the Lord of their lives. And so conform is to adapt. My note in the Passion Translation says, don't be squeezed into the mold of this present age. When we conform, we come into line and are adapted. We fit the mold of the will and authority of another. And so Jesus says in Matthew, I was right. Let's go back. That's why I marked my place because I knew I'd lose it. Matthew chapter 10, verse, I have it underlined, 38. Jesus is talking and he says, let's see, he's talking to his disciples. And he says, he who does not take up his cross and follow me is not worthy of me. But in the Amplified Translation, which y'all know that I love because it does amplify things a little bit more, it defines this take up his cross and follow me. And it is cleave steadfastly to me, conforming wholly to my example, in living and if need be in dying also. Conforming wholly to whose example? Jesus' example. And that, the word conforming, we're reading through the Gospels right now as part of our 40 days, the Lent. And so that's part of our church is doing, and we've just finished Matthew and we're into Mark now, but that conforming word is stuck in my head. And so to be submissive is to conform. And Jesus has given us instructions. Who are we to conform to? His example. We are to be changed into his example. He says, wholly conform to my example in living and if need be in dying. So we are to live like Jesus lived. That doesn't sound like, duh, we know that, right? But Jesus was unafraid of the thoughts and the opinions of other people. It didn't bother him to confront the Pharisees of what they were teaching that was wrong, or that they were requiring other people to check the boxes of the law, but then themselves, Jesus tells them frequently, you're clean on the outside, but you are filthy on the inside. And so we are to conform to Jesus' example. And the world around us appears, the world, which is the kingdom of darkness. So when I talk about the world, it is not God's children. It is culture. It is the natural man without God. The world would like to give an appearance of good, an appearance of doing good. So what you see is good, but what is going on behind what you see is filth and trash and garbage and sin. And that's exactly what was going on in the Pharisees. What they showed to other people seemed to be and appeared to be appropriate and right and good. But what was truly going on the inside was filth and nasty. And Jesus tells them that. You can go on just a couple of days over in a couple of chapters over in Matthew 12. 12:34, Jesus is talking to the Pharisees, and verse 33 says, either make the tree sound, healthy and good, and its fruit healthy and good, or make the tree rotten, diseased and bad, its fruit rotten. For the tree is known and recognized and judged by its fruit. You offspring of vipers, how can you speak good things when you are evil? For out of the fullness, or the overflow of the heart, the mouth speaks. All right, so we will pick up here tomorrow. I'll see you then. Bye, y'all.